Boys and girls, welcome back to The Outer Worlds 2. We're picking up right where we left off after I grabbed a little snack and just checked to make sure the video made sense and didn't have any weird audio or video issues. But nope, we're fine. We're going to continue on with where we left off, which was right at the end of the prologue. I'm assuming it was the prologue. Maybe I'm wrong, but let's talk to Val, because that's where
Records indicate that lockboxes, such as the two housed in this dispenser, were originally part of a failed smuggling operation. Special lockbox keys are needed to open them. After discovering the first lockbox, Agent Ibarra installed this dispenser to house additional lockboxes, which may be located throughout the colony. Unfortunately, due to a jam, the dispenser is currently inoperable. Agent Ibarra deprioritized its repair in order to focus on rescuing you, Commander.
Alright, I didn't expect the dialogue to auto-trigger when I got within like a circle, but that's fine. Alright, something about lockboxes.
Theorizing. Extracting the contents from the first lockbox may disencumber the dispenser, allowing it to return to normal operations. This unit has an advanced decryption key that can open the first lockbox, Commander.
I could ask why. I don't really care to. I can probably figure it out, but thanks, Val.
Helpful addendum. Scans also indicate an Auntie's Choice dematerializer within the first lockbox, which you may find useful in the discreet disposal of bodies, Commander.
I don't want to be rude, but I don't really have any reason to continue this conversation.
Final recommendation. The second lockbox's contents may contain parts to upgrade your Valerie unit. Upgrades are recommended to improve your experience of Valerie. An upgraded Valerie unit will boost the team's overall level of effectiveness by an estimated 87.3%. Please be on the lookout for any additional lockboxes, which may be stored here for your convenience.
So let me look at what she's actually talking about. It's the thing that's highlighted on the wall. I just wanted to see if there's anything else. It's this thing. Fires a spray of extremely volatile goo when activated, dealing corrosive damage at a high, very short range. Do not eat this liquid. Please dispose of any targeted acidic remains in a safe manner. Do not eat the remains. Sure, okay. So it's a way to get rid of bodies if you want to remain stealthy? And potentially like a close range weapon.
Congratulations on...
Okay, I don't have enough for those.
On your acquisition of the dematerializer.
Thanks, Val. I'll come back later.
All these years and I still can't get my head around what Augustine did. Sacrificing our whole team. And for what? What did our blood pay for?
DeVries was a traitor and she'll get what's coming to her. I don't think he knows we're here.
Oh, Commander. Thought you were Val. Glad to see you up and ambling about. And not, human stew.
Seems like I'm stuck experiencing the miracle of human consciousness for a bit longer. That is the most real statement I think I've ever read in a video game.
Seems so. Better luck next time, I guess. You know, when I first learned some of the escape pods made it away from the station, I'd hoped. I did search for you, Commander. Just as soon as I was able.
Don't beat yourself up about it. I'm sure you did the best you could.
Might be you're giving me more grace than I deserve, but... either way, thank you. So then, I gather Val's described our state of affairs?
Confirmed. The Commander has received a full briefing on the following topics: the invasion of Arcadia, the Rift, and Agent DeVries' survival.
DeVries. Would have been better if she joined the dead. I figured she'd done just that until I got the alert that she brought down the Earth Directorate satellite. If she's of a mind to, she could use the information on that thing to destabilize the Rift and destroy Arcadia. She was one of us, Commander. It's our responsibility to stop her.
Fine by me. I've got a bullet I'm saving just for her.
Acts of unprovoked violence are not sanctioned by the Earth Directorate except on occasions of premeditative self-defense.
Can there be such thing as premeditative self-defense? Is that a thing?
She's going to ground now, but as part of her original undercover mission, DeVries was inserted at the Vox Relay Station on Paradise Island. She did follow protocol, established a safe room there. Wager that's where we'll find clues as to her present plans and whereabouts.
The bottom options, where they're like super sassy or down...
Oh. You'd enjoy a little prattle after 10 years, but shows what I know. Just to be clear, I'm not saying we're strolling up to the Vox station and knock nicely. The Vox is highly restricted and heavily defended. It'd be a death sentence. We might ought to explore the island first, find out what we can. The satellite alert pinged DeVries' tracker in a town, name of Fairfield. Wasn't nowhere clear as yours, so we need to poke around a bit. Doubt she's there now, but it seems a better place to start than assaulting a protectorate communications hub.
As if it was meant to be, I accidentally clicked the option I was about to say was like the one I was feeling in real life, because I am a whore, a slut, for learning about stuff and dialogue in video games, but I think some of the problems I had with the first game was that the characters talked forever. I think one of the issues I did have with the Outer Worlds 1 was just the characters, when you talk to them, there was a lot for them to say. Oh wow, this ship goes on for quite a ways. So like, what's the lore behind like what happened after the first game ended? Is that going to be explored in this game at all? Like I said, I didn't really pay much attention to much after the fact of the first game. Other than the DLCs, I did pay attention to the DLCs. I know a little bit about them. Cryopods? I think they look like something out of Alien. Because like, from what I remember, the first game kind of ended on a cliffhanger, did it not? Here's a little crew table that's kind of like out of the way. I'm assuming this is Niles' room. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the bathroom. 5 crew members? I don't know, it seems kind of weird that that table over there in like the crew quarters is just kind of out of the way. Then there's that table down there. The layout of this ship in terms of it being a livable space doesn't really make a lot of sense, I'm not gonna lie to you. Especially considering, like, this is our room, right? And you just saw me over there, so you're telling me the captain has his room here, and the only bathroom on the ship is all the way over here? Yeah, whoever, like, made the layout for just livability's purposes kind of dropped the ball. Alright though, let's stop dilly-dallying, let's head to war, or whatever. What is down there? Oh, it's the exit. I thought it was telling me to talk to Niles. Is that even his name? I feel so stupid. That is the worst part about starting a new video game, is just learning the names of all the people. That's all. Oh, he has a peg leg. Alright, come on. Alright, we're on Paradise Island, even though I think it's not an island. Looks more like a planet to me, but all good. Is there a scan option? Do I have a scan option? I keep tapping Q. I'm gonna keep tapping Q because I just got finished playing Dying Light. And Q on Dying Light is the scan button to find things. Okay, yeah, his name is Niles. The hell was that?
See that thing in the sky there? That'll be the Vox relay.
Vox stations serve as key communication hubs for the Protectorate. Unauthorized visitors are likely to be shot or...
Alright, I'll remember that maybe.
That's why we're headed to Fairfield first. Less chance of us getting shot while picking up debris trail.
Okay, sure, I think. Excuse you? Please don't buzz the tower. Alright, what do we got going on here? Alright, if my character read anything important, they know. Alright, there are grenades in that bird's nest, or whatever goes for birds in this universe. Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Take me home. Oh, this is one of those games where, like, I'm gonna want to explore everything, but I simply don't have the time. With that said, though, this is also one of the games I'm gonna try to make longer episodes on. I think that's something I was having relative success with other games I played. Although, like, the 20-minute episodes are more digestible for people that have, like, busy schedules. If a longer video actually hits algorithm, it's better for me. So, yeah, if you have any strong opinions on that, please let me know. Do you guys want, like, 20 to 30-minute episodes where I just do specific tasks, or would you like longer episodes where I do more? Because I can realistically do either.
At the risk of sounding glib, that ain't a good sign.
Correction. The sign seems to be functioning nominally.
Can't say the same for the trooper.
Yeah, he does appear to be dead as hell, huh? Oh, my bad, wrong button.
Commencing combat-related activities. Emergency...
Companion abilities. I have that unbound. I need to rebind that.
ready.
Ready to waste it. On your command.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know what either of their abilities are. Probably could find out though, huh?
Company. Must be.
Whoa there, go-getter. Welcome to Fairfield, now under the new and improved management of Auntie's Choice. I'd usually ask if you were affiliated with the previous regime, but you lack the bewildered gaze of a yay-saying protectorate subject. Even so, going to have to ask you to identify yourself. Still a war on and all.
The first option might be a really dangerous one, or it might not matter at all. Because I'm not sure how the Earth Directorate is viewed 10 years later. And I'm also not sure people care about the Earth Directorate 10 years later, because I'm pretty sure that was, like, implied in, like, the opening cutscene that, like, it kind of disappeared in some way.
Earth Directorate, huh? Like, from the serials? Thought Arcadia was outside your jurisdiction. Any folk native to this place sure wouldn't have ever heard of you. End of the day, we let most anybody in. Bottom line's all we care about is our bottom line. That'll be all. Unless you got any questions before you're on your way.
Everything else kind of gives away information I don't want them to know, but let's try option 2.
On the way from the landing pad? Had a convoy out that way. They're overdue. See any sign of them?
Found evidence of a battle, didn't look too good. If anyone made it, I didn't see.
Damnation. I had a friend on that detail. He always carried this, keepsake. You didn't happen to find it, did you?
Didn't find anything like that, I'm afraid. Not much in the habit of plundering corpses. That's a lie.
Before I forget, I have standing orders to send all newcomers to Minister Milver Street. He's in the town hall. That'd be the one with the giant hologram on it. Can't miss it. Once again,
thanks.
Welcome to Fairfield, the official new
Appreciate it.
trade and self-reliance on.
That's all I need to know. All right, that's the healer.
Keep your petty skepticism. I'll pay my tab in no time. You'll see.
He's loud for a reason. We'll go talk to him in a minute.
I'll have enough bits to own this.
Never been the type to sit behind a desk all day. What, when I could stand behind a bar?
Intoxicant Facilitator Cole. That is a interesting title for a bartender.
Oh, that must be one of my copious direct reports. Rest assured, I'm making adequate progress in my manual labor.
Can I talk to you? Like, actually?
Time for another performance review already. Apologies, I'm still applying the required elbow grease to scour these surfaces, just like a novice facility sanitizer should.
Everything looks clean enough, so I guess you're doing a good job.
Many thanks for the validation. I don't suppose you can spread the word of my competency. I desperately seek to avoid yet another demotion. This meritocratic society is still so foreign. The workplace skullduggery, the prioritizing of self over community, the excessively colorful nutrition.
Why do you keep getting demoted?
I fear I'm not cut out for this canid, eat canid lifestyle. Seems the only way to flourish is through general underhandedness and ruthless efficiency. Never picked up those skills in my 50 years as Fairfield's drone operator. Pity they didn't keep me on there. I was quite skilled at it.
I don't know what that requires. This meritocracy of theirs isn't perfect, but it's probably the fairest shake you'll get. I don't know about that, but sure.
Oh, you're right. I wanted change. Whole reason I left the Protectorate in the first place. No sense complaining about the means now.
That's all for now. Alright, so I could talk to him, but that didn't result in anything. Let's go see what Loudmouth wanted.
Never catch a break.
Swear, I almost had it this time. Everything all lined up. Easy mark, guaranteed moneymaker, favorable terms. Practically the recipe for success. Look like you've had your share of troubles. Ever had the perfect opportunity just slip through your fingers?
My last mission left a rift in space and cast me floating adrift in a void for a decade.
So you can understand my situation then. I had just the thing to get me a fast-track promotion to lower middle management. Now you seem like someone who knows a good deal and wouldn't be adverse to helping me out.
And just what is it you need help with?
It's like this. I agreed to meet with a business associate to finalize a deal, but the location got set for Spire Grove. Problem is, you been outside of Fairfield? The funicular to Spire Grove broke recently, so I got no way to get up there. I'd break my neck scaling that cliff for sure. There's a long way around, but it's not for me. Why, the path there might be lousy with raptidons for all I know. It wasn't before, but mayhap they were just lulling me into a false sense of complacency so they can strike.
You were saying something about Spire Grove? What's there?
While exploring facilities to the north, my partner unearthed a heretofore unexploited advanced protectorate technology. Couldn't or wouldn't go into details, but he promised every household would want one, that it'd revolutionize the daily life of Auntie's Choice citizens.
What would you do with it? Sell it?
I lay my hands on something like that, turn it over to management. I'd start climbing the rungs of the corporate ladder right quick. Soon, I'd have all the considerable perks of someone responsible for a hit new product line. Bigger salary, name recognition, reserved seating in the company restroom, the works.
You're in quite a bind. We could probably work out some solution.
Opportunistically leveraging difficult predicaments. That's the Auntie's Choice way. I have a few bits I can offer you. Not much, but if it turns out a roaring success like it ought to, and I get a fat promotion, I promise I'll see you're taken care of later.
Okay then, sure.
Splendid. Go parlay with Jackson Plum up at Spire Grove. It's some kind of agricultural harvesting encampment southwest of here, near a mess of them rocky spires. He'll provide the agreed-upon schematics.
I don't really care about the other two dialogue options. Consider it done.
All right then. Don't let me keep you.
I mean, like, it's a video game. I know that he's sending me into, like, some weird trap, but it is what it is. All right, so I can get up here. Question is, what's up here? Some ammo? I hope the music in this game isn't copyrighted. There's a back door into whatever building this is. Some ammo. Pick up shock machine gun. Alright, let me look at all that. Sure, why not?
Whoa! How in the blazes did you get in there?
You left the roof open. Does that mean you guys also want to talk to me?
Leave me be. I have no interest in dealing with the machinations of you dark marketers today.
Alright, he doesn't want to talk. Sure, what about you?
Huh. Guns after all. Most of these irons look pretty old-fashioned, too. A bit lackluster, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's real sad how our trainees will have the armaments to defend us now. I swear, Kemp, sometimes I wonder about you. Anyway, thanks for your help, friend. We were nigh at our wits' end trying to get into that armory. Now we can stop speculating on what's inside and actually do some work.
I took literally everything.
And humble, too. Well, we appreciate the assist. We're in a much better position to fight those Protectorate now than we were before. Auntie's Choice won't forget this.
Can I... No, that's just...
Appreciate your help. These weapons are gonna save lives. On our side, anyway.
Sure. Well, thank God you guys didn't give me a reward because I took everything.
Don't go into that cheap saloon if you got a lick of gumption. They got no tolerance for it. Why do you think I'm out here? Has nothing to do.
That guard wasn't being ironical about that giant hologram over town hall. Well, guess we ought to go acquaint ourselves with that minister like she said.
Yeah, probably, huh? Oh, this town keeps going. Corporate negotiator. Nice armor, dude.
That must be the greenhouse. You know, one where that Emmeline is supposed to be moving stolen goods.
Why do you say it like that, bro? You sound like a Fed.
So many rooms.
Do I want to know about the greenhouse?
The lab coats can't figure this.
I'm simply not credulous enough to accept this is where I've ended up. Doing the work of at least 3 lackeys. Or a full half-dozen automechs, all by my lonesome.
Sorry to hear that.
I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation. Please visit the various consumer locations around Fairfield for all your purchasing needs. I have far too many claims on my time to be able to cater to the curious at the moment.
Looks like a lot of work. Is it just you in here?
I was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter it takes to keep from getting locked up by excessive corporate malfeasance. So, I'm on my own here. Breaking my back, trying to buttress all these vines on top of all my other jobs. Oh, the bits I wouldn't pay for some of those mechs the Protectorate used to work this place. So, is there anything else, or can I get back to work?
Security thinks you're up to more than just growing plants. Care to tell me what's going on? Oh, did I read something in the terminal? I must have.
Really? Feel you're entitled to that information, do you?
Trying to figure out why you'd still work here if you've got better things going on.
Because all these plants were unknown inside Auntie's Choice. And there's a good chance we can make something of them. Though I expect word any day that the big brains in R&D will have tweaked and twisted these plants so they're better than nature. Then we push the new product on the market. And my contract says I get 0.003427% of net after development, testing, packaging, advertising, and distribution costs. So, you know, this is a pretty big deal for me.
Okay, that's the same dialogue option, so I'm just curious what all this is for.
Quite the setup, ain't it? Before we took Fairfield, Auntie's Choice didn't have anything like this. Every kind of plant we've got was made to thrive in a chemical vat. But the Protectorate grows all their greens the old-fashioned way, with water and soil and actual fertilizer. I can't decide if it's adorably quaint or just plain daft. Then again, they all only have one job, so they have the time to indulge in all those sorts of archaic whimsies. Damn lucky Crabble copulators.
Then what do you use it for?
Research mostly. Some wholesale. And as the base for some small batch, highly exclusive, limited edition retail runs. Though I expect word any day that the big brains in R&D will have tweaked and twisted these plants so they're better than nature. Then we push the new product on the market. And my contract says I get 0.003427% of net after development, testing, packaging, advertising, and distribution costs. So, you know, this is a pretty big deal for me.
And that circled back through the same line of dialogue. Interesting. Not really, but goodbye.
Well, I've got a lot left to do and not much time left to do it in, so you can show yourself out.
Sure. Alright, there's nothing else in here. Or if there is, I don't see it.
Ectoplasm. Wait. Nope. Just taro excrement.
Can I talk to you?
Heavens, Auntie, you scared the living daylights out of me. Shouldn't sneak up on a man like that. Good way to earn a bullet betwixt the eyes. You know, you might be right. I'm reliably certain I do not want to find out. Guess I should apologize for all that hullabaloo before. Just mistook you for another unfleshly manifestation. Look, I know how it sounds, like I'm a few crabbles short of a hurt, but just hear me out. It all started the other night. Saw a personage leaving the greenhouse, late. Figured it for Emily, but when I asked her about it, she didn't know what I was talking about. Happened again the next night. Gave chase that time, but lost him hereabouts. I turned a corner and they'd up and vanished.
Could they be hiding in one of these houses?
I've knocked on doors, peeped a few windows, respectfully, mind you. And I ain't spied anything more exciting than a chair. But then, a being of pure information probably wouldn't linger on this plane any longer than necessary. Too tiresome, would be my guess.
Did you say being of pure information?
Well, maybe. I still don't know all the particulars, yet. But it's one theory.
Matter can only be transferred, not destroyed, and what is the body but a mass of atoms?
Right? It's all gotta go somewhere after we cash in our bits. Who's to say some of that matter don't stick around in one form or another?
I'll look around, see if I can turn up anything.
I certainly won't say no to having a fresh set of lamps on the scene. Just be careful. Hate to see you disappeared like that foodstuffs.
Sure. Alright, so scrap piece of paper. The exterior entrance to the cellar is now accessible. Huh. Interesting. I'm assuming it's around back. I mean, kind of.
I suppose it was only a matter of time until we were discovered. Though what an odd thing to die for. Apples.
Apples, what are you talking about?
Is that not why you've come? Because you discovered our recent larceny at the greenhouse?
Why would you ransack the greenhouse?
The greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy alternative to gorging ourselves on that vending machine poison. Alas, I was spotted on 1 or 2 forays.
Your hands are shaking, and you stink of old saltuna. You're starving, aren't you?
I am merely quivering with rage over this insulting interrogation. And that scent you so subtly pointed out is the aroma of noble effort. Foreign to you, I'm sure.
Thought I saw you disappear in here. Oh. Seems I've stumbled into quite the shindig. You lot been hiding out in here all this time? Touch cramped, ain't it?
You should wait upstairs, trooper. I'm handling this.
Please, stay. It would please me to end the lives of 2 invaders as opposed to 1.
Not very copacetic, are you folks?
If this exchange is not to your liking, I can accommodate you with a bullet instead.
I mean, this is the only option that doesn't immediately lead to conflict.
Spare me your insults. They mean less than nothing coming from the mouth of a corporate pet.
I'm guessing that means you also wouldn't consider joining Auntie's Choice.
I would sever my own hands at the wrist rather than sign a corporate contract.
I'll take that as a no. Would you accept being prisoners of war?
A generous offer. But we prefer to die in the service of the sovereign.
I tried.
This was always going to end in blood.
I don't think so.
Engaging combat protocols.
Granted, I don't really know the brainwash level, but
I had this mystery all wrong. A small part of me was hoping... Nah, never mind. It's downright foolish.
I'm already standing here. Spit it out.
I lost a friend in the invasion. A good friend. Thought maybe all this was her trying to send me a message of some kind. Like I said, foolish.
Sounds like she was really special to you.
She was. Yeah. Oh, that feels good to say aloud, even if it hurts too. Romantic entanglements ain't exactly encouraged between troopers, especially in the same division. Supposedly compromises our decision-making in the field. But I digress. Thanks for your help, and for listening to my languishments. Glad someone else might remember her now, too.
Alright, so I'm guessing that's good for us. I don't know what he's doing, but he can keep doing it, I guess. High security lockbox. Fantastic. Now that's one of Fairfield's mysteries. What is this big-ass building? Alright, so you're the resident mad scientist. I understand that already. Nah, I'm not gonna steal from her yet. Although that's shiny as hell. What are you? Nah, nothing. Alright. Alright, let's talk.
Would pulverizing them suffice? No, I couldn't liquefy them. Apply heat and congeal them into kibble no beast could resist. Oh, Ethel, darling, you're a genius. Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may be tame, but he still doesn't take kindly to being startled.
Why don't we start with introductions? I'm Tuck.
I am Ethel Tinsley, chimeric scientist. I'm responsible for taming this delightful raptidon here. He will protect our fair town from his feral brethren in the wilds. Theoretically. Officer Carr has been in a state waiting for me to train the raptidons to, maul on command. It's rather pressing, and alas, one scientist turned tamer can only do so much. One might say I'm perhaps a bit on edge. Folk here have grown weary, shall we say, with the war effort. And with avoiding Carr and the minister's would-be fisticuffs.
Sounds like Fairfield has a leadership problem.
I would never imply such a thing. I'm sure the minister and Officer Carr have only our best interests at heart. Though I must admit, their continuing quarrels give me trepidation. I'm unused to the way things are done here, I suppose. The Protectorate leadership never behaved in such a manner.
Why can't they see eye to eye?
The fact is that those two never got along particularly well, even under the best of circumstances. One wishes to woo Protectorate subjects to our ranks. The other wishes to secure a decisive victory with weaponry and technology. As for which approach is best, I wish I knew.
Let's talk about something else.
Very well. I ought to focus more on my work than on social tensions anyhow. I work directly with Officer Carr and her... In theory, they'll be trusted to guard our... Oh, dear. I rather hoped that Copernicus rolled off the tongue a sight better than...
Alright. That conversation didn't really go anywhere. However, potentially more information. What do we got down here? Am I supposed to know what this place is? Like a military outpost? Your names. Can we talk?
Let me guess. Gun keeps jamming, armor don't quite fit snug as you like. State your division and I'll get you outfitted. Quick and proper, or your next provision's free.
I'm not with Auntie's choice, not officially.
Astounded the minister hasn't yet converted you to our cause. But in the meantime, I'll trade you my own bona fides for jotting down your name. All bits spend the same to me. As Chief Replenishment Officer, it's my privileged duty to furnish our brave troops with all of their wartime essentials. You could say I put the ration in liberation. Tell me what you need, and I'll do my ample best to supply you.
Alright, so this is... odd, and I don't know why it's happening. But my game is like frozen. I unplugged and replugged into my keyboard and now it's working, but my mouse still won't move. So I don't really know what to do. I guess I will be right back. I don't know what just happened. That was so odd. Everything just froze. My keyboard wouldn't respond, my macro pad wouldn't respond, my mouse was frozen in place, but like everything was still going. Like the game didn't freeze. She was still doing her idle animation. I looked over at OBS, all my audio bars were still moving, so like my PC didn't freeze. Just the game caused like a memory leak or something, I guess? I have no idea. That's so weird.
No one here but you, me, and several tons of well-oiled machinery. What's this about? Good eye. Though I'd say they're better than nice. Got more armor than a hammer claw, but better flight handling than the old clunkers we used to stock. If things had turned out differently, it might be someone else standing here, while I'd be off piloting one of those beauties. Don't have the aptitude for flight, apparently. But this role suits me fine. I like the upward mobility, in the metaphorical business sense, I mean. I like your optimism. That's much of what I tell myself, too. A dream's just a song in the heart, and I'm not getting paid to sing.
Yeah, that little hiccup made me a little nervous, so I'm gonna try to speedrun what we have left.
If you're about to blast me about fixing that void-forsaken terminal, it'll have to wait. I'm entitled to a break like anyone else. It's in my contract. I triple-checked.
Someone seems a little tense.
What do you think the smokes are for?
Are they helping?
It's like getting a few breaths of air while standing in a decompressing cargo bay, so... yes and no. I'm getting pressure from the folks up top to deploy these Protectorate drones to the military camp on behalf of Auntie's Choice. That terminal's been giving me some trouble. The drones are ready to launch. All that he's doing is fixing their targeting priorities so they mark us as friendlies. But I can't breach the terminal's security protocols.
I was attacked by drones near Fairfield. Are you sure you want to even redeploy these?
Drones are only as dangerous as their programming. But it's a moot point anyway. These ones ain't gonna shift on their own anytime soon. And that there's the problem. I know it probably seems like we're up to our ducks in troops, but half of them are ex-Protectorate trainees who can't tell the business end of a rifle. We need these drones.
Is there anyone with more experience who could help you?
Guessing that means you're flat out of ideas? Figures. Not that I need the help of some Protectorate townie, understand, but... I might have heard my predecessor was odd-jobbing it around town these days. Magnus, I think his name was. Bet a fellow drone operator like him would have some insight into all this... perplexity.
Alright, I'll go look for him. And that brings us back here. So we're looking for somebody named Magnus?
People think I got ejected from the saloon because I'm 3 sheets to the wind. Well, maybe I am drunk.
Can I not talk to you because his text bubble's in the way? No, I just can't talk to you? Alright, valid. Alright, so Magnus.
Signs of corrosion. Exhaust manifolds filled with floor.
What objective did I complete? What did I do? Oh, did I read something about Emily in the terminal? Is this her house? Is it my bad for not paying attention? Potentially. Alright, let's go talk to her. Emmeline, sorry. I read your terminal and know you're involved a lot more than just this greenhouse.
You read my terminal? How embarrassing. The compliance adjusters broke the door lock when they arrested my predecessor, and I haven't gotten around to fixing it yet. Not that I thought anyone had come snooping. I'd made careful arrangements to tie up everyone's loose ends. Everyone except you, it seems. So, why are you so interested in my other work? You're not part of compliance.
Let's just say I'm naturally curious.
Huh. Assertive, ambitious, and aggressively self-deterministic? A go-getter who's not afraid of getting into the muck if there might be profit in it? You know, I've been looking for some backfills with the kind of cleverness usually only found on the seedy lower decks of the claim. Feel like making a few bits?
I'm rereading her message, and I'm not entirely sure what it means. That's a funny way of asking for help.
I'm part of Sub Rosa. We're a group of merchants, information brokers, and commodity traders who deal outside the systems most folk are confined by. We're the best way to get things done in anti-space if you're looking for profit. Want to buy it, sell it, move it? We've got someone to do it for you.
Saw your messages. I know what happens to people that work with you.
Puh, they were rubes, nitwits, dolts so lacking in faculties that they couldn't handle the minuscule, and by that I mean damn tiny, amount of discretion this job requires. They had to be dealt with so we could all get back to work. And now that I'm here, things will be running right smoothly. So, long as your brain pan's filled with more than a half-dead sprat spinning on a rusty wheel, I absolutely guarantee this is a no-risk venture.
All right, make your pitch.
Oh, isn't that just wonderful? I had no suspicion when you walked through my door that you'd help resolve the last of the morass Paradise Island has become for us. And all we need you to do is access Quartermaster Cardos's terminal and scrub any Spectrum vodka from her ledgers. It's already been resold, so having it in her system could become problematic. Expunge it, and I get you some bits, and the friendship of Sub Rosa all over the system. You get me?
Yeah, I got you.
And I'll be waiting here with your bits.
Fantastic. Side questing immediately out the gate before I even go talk to the people at the town hall. You'll love it. That the same dude? Is this dude with the cigarette just following me? I'm also still looking for some dude named Magnus. Then there's this house. But I think there's only one way to get in.
Breeze sure has some cheek putting the Earth Directorate symbol on her wall after everything she's done.
Alright, so that was something needed for something, because I got the quest noise. Alright, I've already accessed this terminal, but I can do it again. Replenishment terminal key. Where would one find one of those?
Business is always good when a war's on. What do you need this time?
I wonder if I could have a look at your terminal. I've already looked at it, but okay.
Now there's an odd request. If you've got queries about my stock, I'm sure I can answer them for you. Wait one rat-gone moment. Did Miss Galloway put you up to this?
Emmeline Galloway, she sure did.
I can't for the life of me adduce a reason as to why a greenhouse manager would be interested in military inventory. What kind of plants are we growing in there?
Alright, so I need either speech 2 or hack 2. I leveled up.
Maybe you ought to start, because without a good reason, answer's still no.
I mean, I have 2 points. I can either do double speech or double hack. Probably double speech, or double hack, I mean. Yeah, just double hack. The key card is also right there. Huh. Oops. Oh wait, do I have to talk to her about the hack?
Knew you'd be back. What do you need this time?
Why would I need the double hack to talk to her? Why would the double hack not just hack the terminal?
Oh, no, Not sure why she didn't just tell me that in the first place. Well, we don't want an infiltrator exploiting any of our systems. Go ahead and do what you gotta. Key card to access the terminals, right here on the boxes beside me. Feel free to nab it.
Based on the previous dialogue we had 15 seconds ago, that is crazy that you agreed to that. But, you know, whatever. Alright, cool. Let's make our way all the way back to her. Maybe one day I'll unlock double jump. Was I getting more and more momentum the more I jumped? I don't think I was, but that's definitely a way to get places.
Hello again. You get that inventory issue sorted?
The Quartermaster's terminal is one large shipment of Spectrum vodka shorter.
How grand. That officially mops up the last of the mess from the buffoons that came before me. And, as promised, my good fortune is also your good fortune. And while this might be a tad fewer bits than you were hoping for, remember, you've also made allies that you'll find all across Arcadia. Just keep watching for paintings of a stylish yellow rose with a split black circle near the middle. Like the one you passed on your way in. Find that rose, and you find Sub Rosa.
Alright, that's pretty on the nose, isn't it? Alright, cool.
How do you protectorate folk feel about all these little rifts?
Side quest completed before I go into the main hall. Do I ever find the Magnus dude? I don't know. Alright, let's head inside and progress the main plot.
No. Yet you see fit to keep me in a constant state of consternation. With each unauthorized act, you jeopardize our hold of Fairfield.
Yes, but you must understand, the Protectorate citizenry is a hair's breadth from defection. Within the week, I'm certain.
Certain. Like the week prior and the week before that. Impressive foresight you wield. Should apply to join the Order of the Ascendant.
It would be difficult enough to convert the stubborn populace without your soldiers' constant, ill-advised forays.
Enough! Your yipping reminds me of my 2 old canids. I loved those canids. You, on the other hand, are trying my patience. We don't want to try Auntie's patience, do we?
No, Auntie.
Yes, I thought not. Now, unless you care to see what life in the lower rungs looks like, you will both of you cease your foolish maneuvering immediately. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Auntie.
Good. See that it is done. I will brook no more disappointments. And while you're at it, you might want to look into your security situation, Commander. I'm not accustomed to an audience when addressing my subordinates.
Who in the void? Eavesdropping on Auntie's choice business is like to get a body shot for spying. Though you're not wanting for moxie. I'll give you that.
Now hold a moment, Carr. When opportunity comes visiting, perhaps it's better not to riddle it full of holes. Our new compatriot may be of assistance.
A surprisingly good point. Especially from you. She only forbade us using our own personnel. Be a whole other matter were a stranger to happen to aid one of us. But which? Well, you seem an observant sort, so I expect you'll tire of Milver Street's bluster soon enough. Come see me before agreeing to whatever absurdity he proposes. Unlike him, I have some work actually befitting your time. I'll be waiting.
Alone at last. I never thought she'd leave. Now then, allow me to introduce myself. I am D.B. Milver Street, Minister of Marketing, Duke of Demographics, Commercial Condottiere, President of Promotional Material. Tell me, do you believe in signs?
Alright, so much dialogue. What the hell is that option? Perk required Space Ranger. Okay, sorry, my bad. Also, why did Auntie Cleo, or I guess just Auntie in general, why did she look like the character from Futurama whose name I'm blanking on? Basically the same person in that universe as she is in this universe. I believe everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason. Yes. Yes, I can see that kind of line working with our Protectorate demographic. I do not believe in signs. I believe in opportunities. Right now, at this moment, you and I have an opportunity to save countless lives. But I'm hardly the type to beg and ask for nothing in return. Tell me, what do you desire of this island?
Let's talk to Niles.
With that hat? Absolutely not.
Is this a bad time to mention I can read lips?
I also don't think we were being that quiet, to be honest, bro. Technically those are both true. Maybe name-dropping Augustine de Vries isn't a good idea, first meeting somebody, so let's go with the Vox Relay.
Ambitious, aren't we? Easily the best protected location on Paradise Island. Hardly a place for a stroll. But if you assist me, I promise to get you inside. Better yet, helping me shall result in our saving dozens, no, hundreds of lives. Your conscience shall be renewed.
That's a bit vague, isn't it?
Please, hear me out. Auntie may demand Carr and I do nothing, but for each moment I remain inactive, dozens fall in meaningless combat. I seek a persuasive method of alleviating this conflict. The Protectorate utilizes a procedure known as mental refreshment to ease the temperament of wayward subjects. The Ministry of Accuracy contains vital information about the process and where it is performed. This is the prize I seek. I previously sent a grafted soldier, Trooper Sealong, to retrieve said information, but I have not heard from her in some time. Consequently, I must presume the worst.
So go to this ministry and retrieve the info. Anything else?
Yes. One additional word of warning. The good Commander Carr shall not take kindly to your working with me, though that is a bridge most worth burning in my estimate.
Good point. I'll be back. Alright, so where'd she go?
Watch out for that Auntie Cleo. I know she don't look it, but she's more dangerous than she seems.
Still got work.
Even the whole of Spacer's Choice couldn't outmaneuver her.
Search De Vries' house. Why is that my objective? What quest am I on? Okay. What do you have to say?
Didn't catch a look at your uniform before. Oh, the reaching arm of the Earth Directorate, wagging its fingers and snagging our pocketbooks. Hope you won't be a problem. I'm Officer Babylon Carr, head of aggressive acquisitions and persons elimination on Paradise Island. Let no one say I can't be official when circumstances merit. Now, not to say I question the presence of a wayward sightseer in the midst of a war-torn waste, but it might be safer for us both if I knew your purpose.
To be fair, since I've been here, I've actually helped your town probably more than you have. I like throwing myself to the whims of fortune. Currently, I have business at the Vox.
The Vox, eh? Bent on bloody self-destruction, I could just have my troops dispatch you, save you the effort. Although if you were keen on continuing to draw breath, perhaps you and I could broker a deal. There are Protectorate vitals need bled. You could do the bleeding.
Seems to me that you care more about efficiency than saving human lives.
I haven't broken an idealist over my knee in ages. Open your ears wide, friend, for this is a whetstone well scoured. Efficiency saves human lives. Engage a detachment in open combat. Expect dozens dead on both sides. Kill their commander beforehand, and their soldiers will rout without a shot fired. Such is war. Milver Street, for all his book learning, doesn't seem capable of understanding such. I hope you're a sharper sort than he, willing to do what must be done.
Alright, let's hear what it is you want from me.
I want the Protectorate war effort exsanguinated. You want into the Vox Relay. You help me, I help you. There's a particular holding we shelled early in the war, name of Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center. Deserves raising for the length of its blasted name alone. My scouts report recent Protectorate attempts to bring it back to functioning. I need the place sabotaged, lest Automechs return to aid the Protectorate war effort in droves. Should note, the ministers like to take our working together as a personal affront. Aid me, and I suspect he'll rescind any offer he may have made to you.
I don't think it's a good idea to tell her about what he said. I'm gonna leave the conversation.
Think all you like. Speak to Milver Street if he ain't already stuck his hooks in you. I'm confident you got the spine for what must be done.
Alright, I kinda wanna do his thing. Because one, it seems a little easier, and two, I don't wanna like do faction stuff already in case like I have a choice later in the game. So I'm gonna take the one that's less faction fighty. Can I open this door? Oh, I can. I wish it would tell me what objective I'm completing. Because otherwise, it's just a quality of life thing, because otherwise I have to constantly keep opening up my quest log. Alright, let's go back to her house, because that's where it's taking me. Do I have to agree to do his mission, or can I just do it?
Greetings again. What's on your mind?
Let's help him.
An opportunity to attain my goals and stick my finger in Babylon's eye? Today's as grand as when I led in the performance department showing of Life of a Salesman. Find your way to the Ministry of Accuracy.
Life of a Salesman.
And if Trooper Sealong is still alive, do send her back here to debrief. She's still contracted to us after all.
Sure. In the meantime, let me go to her house. Huh. Sure. DeVries' tracker appears to have been surgically removed and submerged in liquid inside this container, obviously in an attempt to disable it. Fortunately, it was still producing a weak signal. Okay.
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me. Though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters. I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi, and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan. Wasn't it? I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it. Though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I?
Alright, I went out of order. My bad.
I can't believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientist. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking?
I understand you're upset, but let's keep our heads here.
No. No. You didn't know her. Not like I did. Like I thought I did. Damn it. I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in dredging up the past. Should have known it wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy.
What were people saying about her?
We all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us.
Must have been after my time. I don't remember hearing her name before Horizon Point.
Reckon so. Some might embarrassing how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figured my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangular. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers.
Why are you so fixated on what her motivations were? Yeah, dude, this is like his Moby Dick. But I don't want to ask that.
The Order of the Sin is just another sect of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. The grand plan and all that used to be part of the Protectorate before their big falling out. Believe they can predict the future or some such, but nice plan-abiding folks don't kill for the betterment of their cause. I can't believe the Order plotted our murder. But 10 years ago, I would have said the same about DeVries. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic, real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks.
She saw us as expendable, it's that simple.
Maybe. She seemed tore up about the choice after the fact. Guilty. Not sure if that makes me feel better or worse. I don't take issue with folks clinging to whatever keeps them afloat. Math, science, the grand architect, void, even capital. I know how most colonies run. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue.
And what's kept you going all these years? Hope, revenge? Hope of revenge, rather.
No. Didn't even know DeVries was alive until she brought the satellite down. Until then, what kept me going was mostly training and stubbornness. And Val. But to your point, holding someone who's wronged you accountable for their actions ain't an act of vengeance. Some might call it justice.
We already found her safe room.
Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Our next point of order ought to be getting in there. Reckon there's got to be someone on the island who can help us with that. Let's keep asking around. Friendly like.
Infiltrate Vox Relay. Alright, so that's our objective, but we're gonna do the side mission for Homeboy that wants the brainwashing stuff. And like I said... No, I guess I didn't say, but that's gonna be next episode. We're gonna call it for right now because I did. Oh, did you see that? Are you just doing an NPC thing or did you see me take that? Let me come up to you. Do you care? No? Alright, cool. Yeah, we did a bunch of stuff around the town. So let's just call it there, and next episode we'll focus solely on the Vox Relay and getting into it. So I want to thank you guys for coming along on the journey. Like and sub down below if you want to see more. Like I said, I'll try to keep this daily. And I will talk to you next time. A pizza.